But before we do that, I'm just going to find some shade so I can actually share these thoughts with you. Check this out. It's absolutely stunning. They seriously take care of this place, and definitely couldn't recommend it enough. So one thing we are seeing is obviously this massive increase in entrepreneurship, specifically online business entrepreneurship, certainly in comparison to a decade ago when I got started. And the really cool thing is it's not just an increase in entrepreneurship that we're seeing. This is a pretty cool spot under the palm tree. So it's not just online entrepreneurship we're seeing this huge increase in. We're seeing it with freelancing, consulting. 50 million people in the US now, which is about 30% of the working economy, are actually consultants or freelancing, working for themselves, etc. And I know for sure that while I'm traveling a lot, I get to meet a lot of different individuals and couples, and I've got to say the last 2-3 years in particular, just hearing so many more stories of people who are location independent. And that's one of the key things that I think that's really attractive to people, is that people are realizing that when you have location independence from your work, in other words, you can work from anywhere as long as you've got an internet connection and a laptop, that your quality of life can drastically improve. And the other thing is that people are realizing that by setting up systems with the digital world that we're in, and automating a lot of the heavy lifting and some of the workload that they do, especially if they're in sales and marketing and that kind of thing, that you can also create a significant amount more of time freedom as well. So when you combine those two things, location independence and time freedom, what people are realizing is that we live in a world today where you can drastically improve your quality of life. Recently I was actually speaking to one of our students in our academies. Let me just share this quick story with you. I thought this was really cool. So he's been working as a store manager in a home improvement store for 15 years, and he was working in another similar store, I think he said, for about 10 years prior to that, 8 years or something, so a long, long time. And one of the things that he got really concerned with for himself and of course his family was that he was noticing that with the internet and everything happening online, that the store that he was managing were making a lot more layoffs, they were hitting less and less of their targets. Job security was really something that he was not feeling enthusiastic about. And so what he did, and why he joined our academy, is he wanted to learn some skills. But one of the first things that he decided to do is use his knowledge from being in the home improvement store, where he was sort of working and commuting and showing up into a store every day. The knowledge that he gained from that many years of experience, and he started importing from China and selling just 3 key items that he saw always sold really, really well in the store. And we're talking about products that are under $50. And anyway, cutting a long story short, he's up and running with 3 products, and he's making 3 times the amount of money, selling these 3 items on the likes of Amazon to what he was making in his career. Plus he's able to do it with location freedom, plus he's actually able to scale his income significantly more rather than relying on annual pay rises. So the point of what I'm saying is that a lot of people are really waking up to the digital economy, whether it's to go freelance and whether it be to sort of be of value to other businesses but still on their own terms as freelancers, in other words working from home, being able to work at the times they choose. One thing that drastically improves quality of life is just being able to choose your hours. So rather than having to clock in at say a certain time, 9 till 5 or 8 till 8 or whatever else people seem to work these days, you're able to actually work around the things that matter to you, whether that's the school run, whether that's to travel around the world and see more things. And so this is where we're really seeing this massive increase. Something else that I'm seeing unbelievable amounts of growth in is our education companies. To give you an idea, 2 of our education companies combined are well into 8 figures of sales a year. That's a combination of courses, e-learning, coaching, digital marketing training and that kind of thing. Rapidly growing, because what we're seeing is that there's more and more individuals who are now choosing self-education over the idea of having to go back to college or university or reskill. And so with that all said, if any of this resonates with you, I've actually put together a free 4-part video series which I'm going to send straight to your email inbox. You can watch it on your phone, your iPad, tablet, laptop, computer, etc. And each video, what I'm going to walk you through is really the true secrets of the new rich. I'm going to be talking to you about how people are creating location independent income, how people are setting themselves up in a way that they can actually scale their income far beyond what you would typically expect to earn in a career or a job where you're trading time for money and working for somebody else. And then on top of that, I'm going to be doing a regular presentation, which I'm going to start almost immediately. As you go through the video series, at some point you'll see an invite where you can come on and check out one of my webinar presentations, where you'll be joining me, probably be a couple of hours, as I really walk you through the steps to making your first 10 sales online. Okay, and the reason it's about making your first 10 sales online is what I've seen over the last 8 years of being a mentor and a coach and a trainer to thousands of people all over the world, is that if I can show somebody how to make their first 10 sales online, that gives them the confidence and the belief that they can actually make the transition from the traditional economy into the online world, into the digital economy. And here's the really cool thing: you don't have to have a product or an existing idea. If you do, great, you can apply it to that. But if you don't, I'm actually going to show you how to apply it to affiliate sales. You can even pick a niche or an industry or a market that you feel enthusiastic about. This isn't really about having the one idea to change your life. This is about giving you the insights and the skill sets in order to be able to make your first 10 sales online. Maybe it's your first 10 commissions as an affiliate. And believe me, as you go through the video series, as you go through and join me on the training, you're going to feel, I believe, incredibly confident and of course excited about all of the potential that is right in front of you every single day in the online space. So I hope you take me up on it. Grab the video series. There'll be a button somewhere around here that you can click to subscribe. If at any time you find that the videos aren't interesting, you can unsubscribe. But in the meantime, keep an eye out. I'll be doing more videos and look forward to seeing you in the trainings very soon. Take care.